Hello, TopFanRivalry followers, and welcome to another edition of Astros in Orbit. Suzy's all geared up. Let me just tell you right now. What did Suzy say to me? Bill, start the podcast. Try to get warmed up. Bill, start the podcast. So, Suzy, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Bill. I would officially like to let you know that this podcast is no longer called Astros in Orbit, but the Dirty Birds, because I've officially called the Astros dead, and I will now be pledging my allegiance to the Baltimore Orioles. No, I'm just kidding. However,
I was waiting to see
the
what team
Astros
that was.
are no Astros are dead. Astros are dead. So it'll be a fun podcast. Like I will still be here. I will still be talking about my Astros. However, just know that I am dead inside.
Well, hold on, wait a second. You guys are 33 and 40. You're 10 games out. You're in second place. And you got two more with the White Sox. Like,
Oh yeah,
why are we
you are
talking
correct.
about dead?
Because we needed to sweep the White Sox, Bill. We needed to sweep the White Sox. We have the Orioles coming in this weekend. I don't think, I mean, depending on how their bullpen is, I don't know. Maybe their bullpen will be upside down. We may get one of those. I don't know. Um, and then we, have the Colorado Rockies come in, and then we have the New York Mets, who, since Grimace throughout the first pitch and is now their official mascot, is now on fire. So, though we will probably be swept by the Grimace Mets, and then our season will officially be done because at that point in time, there will be no coming back from the ginormous hole that we have dug ourselves just right on into. So I'm preparing myself now, mentally, emotionally, probably not physically. Physically, maybe emotionally and mentally. That's where we're at.
Should I feel bad for like your neighbors? Are you gonna like walk over and like when you guys are officially if you guys become officially eliminated from the playoffs, which I still don't think is gonna happen, but whatever. I mean, we still got a lot of baseball to go. Um, are you gonna walk over and like, turn over the neighbors' trash cans on trash day or something like that? Like, should I be worried about you, you know, doing 5 to 10 or something like that, or is it just gonna
No, I mean, no, unless they trade Tucker. If they trade Tucker, then you should probably be worried. You should probably have some bail money handy. But besides that, barring that, I it'll be fine. It'll be
so
fine.
so last week you lost 2 out of 3 of the Giants, but you took 2 out of 3 from why
The
am I
Tigers.
Tigers, thank you. Now if you take 2 out of 3 from the White Sox, that means that you were 4 of 6 out of 6 games. That's good. So tell me why we're complaining.
We're complaining because this is not where we should be. Bill, we're complaining because JV had neck discomfort and is now on the IL. We're complaining because Kyle Tucker has apparently a shin contusion that will just not heal, and he wasn't even cleated up yesterday. He just had on Nike Dunks yesterday. That's why we're complaining.
That's why we're
That's
complaining. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Kyle Tucker thing surprises me a little bit. I thought he'd be back by now. The JV thing, as I won't mention names, but as Big Dave texted me yesterday, I responded to him and said Kate needs to learn how to leave Justin alone during the season. And Dave responded back with an LOL and some other, wrestling comment or something like that. I can't remember, but
Yeah. No,
yeah.
it's not a good feeling over here. I can't from start to start. I don't know which Fromber we're gonna get. And last night, all it took was him getting squeezed, couple of pitches, and then off he went. Couldn't it didn't it wasn't even a it didn't even matter. And so I literally our ace is a no name that no one expected last season. Ronel Blanco.
Mhm.
That is my ace. That should be your ace. And so it's one of these things where our starting rotation is being held together by hopes and prayers and Ronel Blanco.
Well,
Just like
I
how everybody predicted it in the offseason.
yeah, I was gonna mention Rodel Blanco. I mean, the homie almost pitched no hitter again.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, 7 no-hit innings, and, like I said on my other podcast, I'm not mad. I'm not mad, Ryan Presley. That's okay 'cause you ended your outing with a 0, putting up a 0, and that's fine. But I'm a little disappointed, you know? I'm a little disappointed because would have been super cool if a combo no-hitter happened. Yes, yes, and I understand that some people have a taste in their mouth for combo no-hitters. "Oh, that's not as cool, blah, blah, blah." Would it have been super cool had Ronel Blanco been a part of another combo no-hitter this close to his original no-hitter? Absolutely. But no, no, that's fine. It's okay. It's okay, Ryan
Yeah.
Presley. I'm not like I said, I'm a little disappointed, sir. Just a little. Just that
Well,
much.
you know me, I'm the optimist extraordinaire, right? I mean, obviously, I'm walking around calling the Dodgers the 2024 World Champion Los Angeles Dodgers, and it's June, so you know that I'm optimistic. Here's what I see from you guys. You guys take 2 out of 3 from the White Sox, which who's not beating the White Sox these days? But you take 2 out of 3 from
Us.
the
We're getting shut out by the White Sox. That would be that would be us. The,
one
2024 Houston
game,
Astros.
one game.
1 game by a guy that had never gone past 6 innings. And I called it. I called it. I should have known that we were gonna get shut out because, of course, we've never seen the guy before, he's brand new, and that's what the Astros like to do, and so it is what it is. But now we get Garrett Crochet, who struck out 14 Mariners the last time out. So, it's not looking great. It's
Okay,
not
so
looking great,
baseball's
like
a
I said.
cruel game, though. Watch Garrett go an inning in the third today, and you guys put up 7 on him. Like, I mean, baseball's a cruel game like that. I get what you're saying.
I
You're
love your glass half full. I like it. I like it. I can't do it because I've got too much I've got too much Asian in me, and too much realistic expectations here, alright? Because,
okay.
disappointment is my middle name, so
Okay, so let me just say this. I've been watching baseball longer than baseball Susie. Because remember, and by the way, everybody don't at me. I'm not being mean. She started watching baseball in 2017. She'll tell you about
2018, don't get it
2018. I'm
twisted.
sorry. She'll tell you about pre-baseball Susie. I'm not being mean. I'm not being a big old bad guy. Um, but I'll tell you this, Susie, you're playing it by the numbers. You're playing it very realistic. I agree with you. But you took 2 out of 3. You took 2 out of 3 this weekend, right? If you take 2 out of 3 against the White Sox, that's 4 out of 6. Then you get, like you said, you get 3 with the Orioles, and then you have that funky week this next week where you have Monday and Thursday off. Um, but you'll get 2 with the struggling
Rockies.
Rockies, and then you'll get 3 at Queens. So if you can
The,
take
struggling Rockies that almost walked y'all off yesterday when,
and how'd that end?
third base? First base.
First base
Umpire
umpire.
didn't call the check swing that he definitely swung, and then Teoscar was like, "Ha ha ha! New life. Let me just hit this 3-run bomb."
Yeah, no,
Those
it
those
was
Rockies? Okay.
yeah, those Rockies that have won 2 out of the last 10. Those are the same Rockies.
Mhm, yeah, but they put up how many runs on Walker Bueller?
Yeah. They put up 9 runs yesterday and still didn't win the game. And any good coach will tell you, even a bad call, any good coach will tell you straight up and straight out. If you win or lose the game by the umpire, you didn't deserve to win. And it was 9-4 going into that ninth inning. It should have been 9-4. Jason Hayward says, "Hold my caffeine-free Coke. I'm going to hit um, a Jimmy Jack. I'm going to hit a grand salami on you, and then watch this. We're going to put as our friend, one of our friends' moms calls Freddie Freeman the man with the teeth. So the man with the man with the teeth got on, and he and he scored. Yeah, the first time I heard that, I'm like, that's ingenious.
I
Um,
love that.
so, but the man with the teeth and
That's great.
Shohei got on.
This is what I'm saying, though, because it's baseball.
Mhm.
It's baseball. Baseball is baseballing, and again, the teams that I didn't think we're gonna do well are doing well, and the teams that I thought were gonna do well are not doing well. And so essentially, I don't know anything, and I don't even know I have a podcast because obviously I don't know ball. It's just baseball is
Susie, you know more about baseball than half the guys I know, straight up and straight out.
I
Okay.
mean, this is true. This is true, Bill. But the baseball gods said, Susie, we're gonna make you rethink all of the things that you think you know about the baseballs, and we're going to just turn it all on its head. That's what the baseball gods said.
Okay. So, Susie, I've made some pretty bold predictions this season, and I'm going to
Mhm.
remind you of them. Okay. Because I know you're going to think I'm crazy. About a month and a half ago, Aaron,
What do you mean I'm gonna think you're crazy, Bill? Sir, that's already happened. That's not a
well, think I'm crazy just on a Wednesday morning. I mean,
Oh, okay.
normally you take Wednesdays off. I mean, I've gotten the text message and you'll say, Bill, I'm taking Wednesday off. You're kind of a normal person today. Well, now I'm going to make you think I'm not. Month and a half ago, when Aaron Arson Judge had 13 home runs, I told everybody he would have 32 or more by the All-Star break. How am I looking? He's got 25.
I don't know. I don't like to keep up with Aaron Judge because
Okay.
I don't
Another
like it.
one. I said 2 weeks ago when the New York Metropolitans were struggling, I said they are a wild card team. They're currently a half a game out of the wild card spot. They have turned it into high gear. That as long as they can pitch, that lineup is dynamic. I will also repeat this on we are recording on June 19th on the West Coast, 9:30 I'm sorry, 7:35 in the morning, 9:35 Central. I'm going to repeat this. I still think that the Astros are going to win the West. I know they are 10 games out, but I still think they're going to win the West because Seattle does not have the experience of holding a lead. And the Astros have gotten already through their rough patch of their schedule as far as like 30 games in 31 days or some ridiculous thing like that. You watch. The Astros are going to, by the end of the month, they'll only be 7 or 8 out. And then next month, they'll lower that down. Trust me. Just fasten your seatbelts, folks.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that, Bill. That would make my Astro loving heart grow 3 sizes like the Grinch. However, I don't know. Just when you think the Mariners are dead and it looks like they can be beat, Cal Raleigh's over here hitting grand slams, and Dylan Moore is hitting home runs, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, power hitter Dylan Moore." Like, what are we doing? You know? And so, the Rangers couldn't even do anything against the Mariners and got swept, and I'm all, "What are we doing here, Rangers? Why? Why?"
Well, the Rangers also gave it up yesterday to the Mets. Like,
Well, no, I can't even blame the Rangers for that because it's Grimace is on their side, and, the power of Grimace is just it's too strong, Bill, it's too strong. I don't know if we need the hammer, Ronald McDonald needs to come shooting out of cannon. I don't even know. But apparently, the Grimace Mets, it's too strong.
so I'm gonna read you a couple of things here. Okay. It may be Grimace Mets, but I mean they literally gave it up like a high school girl at a prom. I mean, they just literally gave it up last night. I mean, they scored what they put up 4 runs with 2 home runs in 1 inning and then gave one of them back. And I'm on a live with Megan and it's turning around and Megan's all of a sudden telling me that was the lucky live, whatever. I think it's that purple dude that threw out the first pitch, but whatever.
Yeah, well, and the fact that Francisco Alvarez came back, that is just coincidental. I'm gonna go with the Grimace Mets and not the fact that Francisco Alvarez came back and, you get that young stud back in the lineup.
By
That
the
would
way,
be a much more rational reason, but no, I'm fun story.
Megan caught a ball from Francisco Alvarez, a foul ball.
Oh, I
He's all
love that.
excited.
That's awesome.
All right. So this is leading up to the All-Star break. This is July 4 in Toronto after the Mets. The Toronto Blue Jays are struggling. Then you go to Minnesota for 3 games. Now that one's going to be tough because depends on where you catch the Twins. The Twins are the most streaky team ever. It's
Oh,
like they
absolutely.
win 7 games and then lose 14, and then they
Yeah.
win
They either
5
look
and
like the hottest team on the planet or the worst. There is no in between.
yes. I mean, somebody take your what do they call them? Your pills or whatever you need to do, but, and then you get 3 with the Miami Marlins, who are one of the worst team in baseball, um,
That
and
just
then you
walked out the
get
Cardinals last night.
yeah, well, they listen, they've got like 14 wins this season, so let's not worry that too much. And then before the All-Star break, you silver boot time at the juice box. You come out of the All-Star break, you've got 3 at Seattle, you've got 3 at the A's, and then you've got 3 against the or the 2024 world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. That one's not, but I'm telling you, so in July, you can pick up ground against Miami, against Toronto, with Texas, and the 3 and take 2 out of 3 out of in Seattle. You got a shot. I'm telling you.
I love it. I love that you are this, glass half full.
No, no, no.
Optimistic would be that word. That I like
I'm
it.
sorry. Let me Top Fan Rivalry Sports Desk is talking to me in my ear. Okay, have her reset the sentence. Okay, I will. Oh, what's she supposed to say? Okay, so I guess you said that sentence. You should have said, I love that you're that cool, Bill. Not that optimistic, just that cool. Ready,
I
action.
I took a lot of things from my mom, and she told me never to tell a lie. So I'm gonna
Oh,
just sit over here and play
oh,
with my
it,
fidget ring, I guess.
it's about that now, huh? Hmm,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. Well,
So,
um,
again, Bill, I love it. I love the optimism, but I'm gonna be over here expecting the worst, but hoping for the best. But I am gonna expect the worst because my little Astro loving heart, I don't know if I can take much more because like I said, if I set the bar low, then I'm not disappointed. But if I don't expect anything and then they do the things, then my happiness will skyrocket and we'll be okay. But,
so I'm gonna say this right now. The Astros do win the division and they get to the playoffs. I'm coming with Beaver Nuggets. I'm gonna hang out at your house for a day or two and watch the game. I'm gonna hang out with your kids. I'm gonna teach them all things about Dodger baseball and things like that. So you may be hoping that you don't get to the playoffs at this point, but I'm coming to your crib for dinner and a game if they make the playoffs, winning the division. Bill O'Damas will be there.
so by win the division, how many games do you think wins the AL West?
Honestly, this division right now,
Mhm. Oh, yeah, no.
honestly, maybe 87.
So this is not a math pod, obviously, Bill, because I'm on it and I may be Asian, but I'm not that Asian. So I don't know the breakdown. I don't know the
54.
breakdown of we would have to
54.
win 54. So that is something dumb like 60% of the games that we would have to win. We're not even winning that now, Bill. What makes you think that we're going to be able to do it?
So first of all, it's not 60%. You basically, what do you guys have? 100, or you guys have got like 90 some odd games left. So you've got to go
I don't know, Bill.
54 and like 40. Again, win series. Win series. It's very possible. Win series, right?
No, Bill. I'm gonna say that it's out of reach. I'm gonna
Oh,
say it's out of reach, and then when it happens, again, I'm gonna be pleasantly surprised.
hey, Big Dave. Big Dave. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got Susie on the line. She's already given up. What do you want me to do? Whoa. I'm not gonna. I don't. I. Oh, calm down. I don't. David, I don't say those words. Got to go by. Susie, I'm so sorry, but heads up.
I didn't say that I was giving up. Did I say that I was gonna stop watching? I did not. I said I was gonna be
You
here.
didn't say you
I
were
was
gonna give
gonna
up. You
be
said it
here.
was impossible to win the division.
Correct. I mean, I didn't say that we couldn't make a wild card.
Wild card's not gonna happen in the West. You know that.
I can hope, Bill. Why are you gonna let me believe that we're gonna win the division, but you're not gonna let me believe that we can win a wild card? That doesn't make any sense.
Because I make the rules.
That's nope, mm-mm. I'm gonna tell Amber. I don't think Amber will
Please do.
appreciate that.
She's it's unfortunate for her, but she's actually had 25 years of this wonderful bliss.
I
Yeah.
don't think those are the exact words she used, but I don't
She
know.
used joyful, wondrous bliss. You're right. I forgot a word.
I don't think that was it either, Bill, but that's okay. I will let you live in your Delulu. I'm a kind friend, and I can do that for you.
Ay, 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 ay. Susie, we got to get you on with this spunk, with the Astros playing this way. We got to get you on one of the in the leagues and play start one, bench one, cut one. Because that would be
Cut
borderline
them all.
comical.
Cut them all. Listen, it's selling time. We could reset the farm. We could reset the farm if we did a soft retooling, if you will. We could reset the farm.
So if I said like start one, bench one, cut one, and
Mhm.
I gave you something easy like Kyle Tucker, Trey Cabbage, Spencer Getty. Obviously, Kyle Tucker's going to start, but who are you going to cut out of that group?
Trey Cabbage.
Okay. Now, if I gave you one that's a little bit harder, start one, bench one, cut one, Jose Altuve, Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio.
Get rid of Jeff Bagwell. He is no longer in my good graces. I will bench Craig Biggio and I will start Jose Altuve.
Okay. 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 All right. Well, see, listen, that I mean, we got to get you
Well
playing.
enough alone and tried not to be a front office person. I have a feeling that a lot more people would have way more positive feelings towards him.
Well, Uncle Jimmy's been calling me. I've had to send him to voicemail a few times. Most of the voicemails have been asking if I can still lace them up and pitch. And I, through my people, I've responded to him and basically said, I have not pitched competitively in 25 years. So probably not. I did receive a voicemail back that says, who cares? You're probably going to be better than half of our staff anyways.
Do you have neck discomfort? Because if you don't have neck discomfort, come on down.
Yeah, I don't have neck discomfort. I have old age discomfort.
Yeah, come on down. It is what it is. I had a I put up a I put up a thing on Instagram saying, after Ronell's outing that my ace and one of my Yankee friends um messaged me and said, "How many aces do you have?" And I said,
Yeah,
"1." Are you kidding
I
me?
bet I know who that Yankees fan
I
was.
just have the 1. I don't have any more. I cannot trust Fromber or JV as far as I can throw them. And while I am not a high level athlete, I slept on my arm wrong and my shoulder hurts. So that, is neck discomfort because JV is pitching, or is neck discomfort just because he's 41 and you wake up and things hurt and you're all, I didn't do anything but just slept.
First of all, I think I know. Was that Yankee fan Jonna?
No. Mm,
Okay, I was gonna say that
no.
that would have been something she would have said. Number
No.
two,
It
this
was
is
my
top
buddy
fan.
Aaron.
Okay, there. This is top fan rivalry, not top fan rivalry after dark. So we can't describe why he got neck discomfort. But I mean, it is what it is.
Listen, I'm just hoping because neck discomfort is what they said about CJ 2 weeks before he came back and then had one great outing and one poor outing and then was like, "Oh, JK, uh, he now needs Tommy John." So, I'm just we're
Well,
just over here in the abyss of, "Oh, cool. All of our starting pitchers are gonna go down this season. Great. Love that."
well, remember, just remember this one thing. You guys are on the buy five, get one free. So you guys are working towards the buy five so you can get one Tommy John free. I don't know
Yeah.
if there's somebody in the front office that needs Tommy John and they're trying to just use the players for it or what, but there's
Yeah,
buy
I
five,
don't
get
know.
one free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a I didn't think that, you could catch Tommy John, but apparently you can. So,
It's in the clubhouse meal plan or something like that. So, I will say though, I'm very excited because I have it on very good authority that you and I are going to bump into each other at Sugarland next month, which is always a good time when you and I are in the same room. When you see Susie, if you see Susie out in the street, give her a high five, but even more importantly, give her a hug. She likes hugs. She's all about the hugs. So give her a
no,
hug, then duck.
you should approach Susie with caution and like a cactus. Give her a little bit of water and stay at arm's length.
I'm telling you, give her a hug and then duck and see what happens. So too awesome. Too awesome. But I'm looking forward to seeing you at Sugarland. Susie, wrap up this since we're running out of time, wrap up this next week for us. With the there you go. Wrap up this next week for us with the mighty mighty Astros.
So that noise that you just heard was how I feel about the Astros season. That was my dog, but that's how I feel. She was just emoting the things. So, yeah, it like I said, I will hope for the best, but expect the worst because that's just kind of how the season has gone. And but I will be here. I will be here for all of it because I unfortunately love pain. So therefore, I love this team. And that's what we're gonna do. So, that's
Okay,
I will be here for it. And
so let me ask you
this
this.
guy this guy is gonna have a great workout. If you're audio only, it's my dang it doll since we're PG-13. Dang it doll. It's
Yeah. So for those of you watching on the YouTube and on in the locker room, you'll understand it's her dang it doll. But Susie, I again the Top Fan Rivalry Sports Desk is asking me to ask you one question. If if the Astros get swept, God forbid they get swept by the White Sox. So the next two games in January, can we get you in the dunk tank?
no. I told you I don't do the duck tank. That's not who I am as a person.
Top Fan Rivalry followers, we'll work on that. Don't worry, we'll 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 figure out a way to get Miss Susie in the dunk
No.
tank. So
What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you, Bill?
you say a
Approach
lot of
Susie
things.
like a cactus. Give her just a little bit of water
Well, then
and
why do
stay
you
at
think we
arm's
want to
length.
put you in the dunk tank? We're trying to give you a little bit of water.
No, a dunk tank, that's a full-on soaking, okay? Cactuses and cats, it's me. That do cats like water? No.
Well, okay, now Susie, you got to understand one thing though. Like, if you're totally safe, if we have like Hunter Brown or Spencer Getty throwing the balls at the thing, you're totally safe. If we have Ryan Presley throwing the balls at your dunk tank, you're definitely never going to get wet, right? So it just depends. Who do we got throwing the balls at the little target, right?
That's mean. That's
Too
mean.
soon, huh? Too
It's
soon.
accurate. It's accurate, but it's mean.
All right, top fan rivalry followers. We love Susie. Susie does this like she likes to call it the PG show with Top Fan Rivalry. Subscribe on the YouTube page. Check out the locker room. There's a ton of fun things there. Um, Miss Susie, where else can they find your spunk?
You can find Rated R Susie on my podcast, which is Bourbon and Baseball. You can find that on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcast, any of those. But just be prepared. That is Rated R Susie, and that is just a whole other version of Susie over there.
Mm-hmm. Now, I have it on good authority that Susie's going to have me on her show again sometime before the end of the season. Our agents are working on the details right now. Susie's requiring a significant amount of beaver nuggets. We're actually trying to lower that down. The original offer, I wasn't supposed to talk about this, but the original offer was 45 bags. I thought that was a little extreme for one show. I offered 40, and she says we're not doing anything without 44 bags. So we're in the process of negotiation right now, but I will be on that show at some point. I will laugh heartily because Rated R Susie will be saying stuff that I'll probably look at and go, man, I haven't heard that sentence put together in a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. Your ears may actually bleed afterwards, Bill. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Willing to risk it. Willing to risk it. Well,
Okay.
Top Fan Rivalry followers, we joke, but Suzy is one of the best, and we appreciate her being on the show every week, co-hosting the show. We're gonna try to work on getting some Astro fans in as well, almost like a call-in, Suzy. Maybe we can get an Astro fan or two to hop on and just tell us why for and how come, right? And so, but Suzy, sure do appreciate you. Have a fantastic day, and we will talk soon.
Appreciate it, Bill. Have a great
Mhm.
day. Bye.